Hi, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to move forward with our number 6 video in our photo organization and keeping ourselves on track in 2022 with getting our photos printed series. So I just have this beautiful paper sitting here just so you have something nice to look at while we talk for a little bit. We made it through June. We're halfway through the year getting those photos printed and categorized and into our ready to get scrapped box, right? I hope that you guys are playing along. I hope that you're getting those photos printed and getting those ready in some kind of order that works for you so that it makes it easier to scrap when it comes time to sitting down and doing our photo albums. So I'm so excited about the timing of this because I want to let you know that Creative Memories is having a promotion on their photo printing, and this is such a wonderful opportunity to try out their photo printing services. So as you all know, I use Amazon. The photo printings are still nice and they're still affordable. I like them, but I thought with this promo from Creative Memories that I would give them a try. So here's the promotion. If you spend $100 on Creative Memories products, you get to try 50 photos for free. And that's about a $12.50 US price point. So I was so excited for this. I thought, yes, I'm going to do this. I'm going to give it a try. I want to see, the difference in quality between Creative Memories and Amazon. And hopefully next month, once I get my Creative Memories prints back, I will share them with you as well to let you know. But I wanted to let you know, take advantage of this opportunity. If you've never tried them before and you want to take this opportunity to give them a try, this is the way to do it. Do it for free, right? So all the information will be linked down below in the description. So let's take a look at my photos for this month. I'm going to put them here on the screen. And yep, I got printed 179 photos this month. I was so excited about that. I don't know how I managed that. And I focused mainly on 2 events only, updating my current 2022 photos. So I had a lot of things printed and I'm currently up to date with that. And then also printing for my daughter's school album. Okay, so I've taken all those photos, I sorted them by event, and I put each event into its own envelope like I've showed back on the beginning video. So if you haven't seen those, I will definitely link it at the end of this video explaining all about how I use a legal size envelope. Okay, so like I said, I basically just had 2 piles this month. So I have my current 2022 and my daughter's school album. So the thing about her album was I had already printed 4th grade, and just so happens we were looking at her 1st edition album, which I thought went all the way from preschool through 3rd grade. But when we were looking at it, I realized it only went to 2nd grade. So I had to go back and I printed out all of 3rd grade. So I have all of her 3rd grade school events in folders, and I went through, I've marked how many are in each one. I wrote down if they're horizontal or vertical. And then I did the same for my 2022 events. So that's all I focused on this month, but I feel like I got a lot of printing accomplished. And I also got them logged into my binder and my chart system. So now I have a running list. Everything is ready to scrap, and I feel like I'm moving right along and making great progress. And I hope that all of you are making great progress as well. So what's next? What else can we do in our photo organization series? And so what I thought we could focus on this month is those box of photos we have in the hall closet, right? I think we all have them. And how do we ever get motivated to get those out of boxes, get them sorted, and into some kind of photo box or photo safe box? So how do we do that? Well, my recommendation is we break it down into some steps, okay? My first biggest suggestion is if you have loose random photos from years past, then you need to gather all of those photos and put them in the same location. Okay, I want to show you a picture here, and yes, I have those photos too. And this picture here shows one of my closet spaces in my scrap room. That's the whole bottom section is random photos that I need to sort through. I have some boxes at the bottom, and then at the top you'll see I have some photo albums that I still need to disassemble, pull them apart, and get them either in a photo safe box, because a lot of those albums are not photo safe and the pages are turning yellow. So I need to get them into some kind of photo box, especially one that's photo safe, because they're going to be in there for a while, so I can take time to get to them. Okay, so here's my plan, and I'm hoping that if you are like me and you have some photos laying around that need to get sorted and organized, I'm going to start the process this month and work forward and see how much I can get done. So in addition to keeping current on my printing, I'm also going to start sorting. Step 1, gather all your photos. Step 2 is sorting. And how are we going to do that? Well, we need to pull those boxes out and see exactly what's in them. So I'm going to start with a couple boxes in there. A couple of those smaller boxes aren't as full as they look. And then the one that's marked 2010 and 2011, I'm going to sort through that. I think that's mostly memorabilia. So I went digital about 2002. So I really need to figure out what is in all these boxes that I am storing and then move forward. So here's my plan. Okay, so now that I have my photos gathered in one place, I've pulled out a box or two that I'm going to work on. Here's what I did next. I gathered up my supplies. Okay, I have my legal size envelopes. That's my system. Use whatever system that you use. Now I use these to break them up into smaller events. So when it's time to scrap, I just pull out one envelope. So if you use a piece of scratch paper or any other kind of system, that's what you would pull out. Okay, over here I have some note paper. I have my lined paper that I want to keep by my side in case I have notes. Maybe I have to look something up. Keep track of what events are in there. So if I'm working on 2010, I would say, 2010 would go at the top, and then I would, if I found something, Christmas, first day of school. And so I would just have a running tally of what it is so that I don't have to constantly be going back to my computer and logging it. But eventually I would make a general list in my Excel or numbers spreadsheet and then print that out and put it in my binder. Okay. And then I would also use this for before I would start the project. If I'm working on 2010, I'm going to jot down the ages of each child so that I know how old they are. So if I come across a photo, I'll know about how old they are. So if a photo doesn't belong in that category, I can kind of look at it and judge it. I would also look down or also jot down what grade are they in school. Okay, again, so if I have to categorize it, I would know that it's going to go back with their 4th grade, their 3rd grade, wherever. So I'm not sure what I'm going to find in that box, so I want to make sure I have somewhere to take notes. Another couple options I have here is I'm pulling out some index cards so that maybe I need to make a smaller note, or maybe I need to make a stack that says, this goes in 2009. So I'll probably use these as labels. So as I'm spreading out across my table, I'll label each one of these, and maybe the index cards will say like 2010, and then I'll have a stack for that. Scooch it over. And then the next one might say 2011, and that way I'll have a stack for that. I also have some sticky notes for the same thing. So maybe it really depends on what your comfort level is. Okay, so I have a regular pen for writing down these kinds of things, and I also brought in a photo safe pencil. Okay, Creative Memories does sell these, and I'll put the link down below. They're pretty inexpensive. This is probably the best way for me to write on it. I know I'm not harming my photo at all when I'm using this, but you can also use a photo safe marker, and any of the Creative Memory ones are photo safe. Okay, so that's my supplies, my paper supplies. I'm also bringing in some kind of photo box at the beginning. As you're sorting, you just need some boxes to put them in, maybe one that they can stand up in. But if it's going to be something you want to store for a long period, you do want to consider the Creative Memories photo safe box. It holds up to 1,200 photos, so that's quite a bit. Okay, so I will be ordering myself a new box for this project because this box is pretty full with my current photos that I have ready to scrap. And then the last thing that I'm going to bring in this time is I'm going to bring in some of these manila folders. I just picked these up at Staples. You can get them anywhere. And I use these to sort my memorabilia. So since I think that box is full of memorabilia, then I need to separate it out somehow. So what I do is I use these. I have one for each year. I put everything in here and then I file it in my file cabinet. I have one drawer dedicated to just different years. And then as I'm working on that album, and it's usually one of the last things I do, is I'll put the memorabilia toward the back of the album if I haven't already used it in the actual album itself. And that's where my sticky notes would come in handy, or my envelopes. I would write right on the envelope, like see memorabilia, or get a piece of memorabilia. Maybe I would write that on the sticky note or on the envelope. So then my next thing, that I have all my supplies, I have my photos ready, and I would just sit down and start sorting them out. And that's the hardest part, right? Because for me, honestly, that is not really fun. That's why I have these boxes to begin with, right? So what I've decided to do is I'll set my timer and I'll work for about 15 minutes, get what I can get sorted. I have a spare table ready. I'm just going to put everything on that spare table, and hopefully box by box I will get those photos sorted. And you'll have to come back next month and I'll give you an update on how I did. And I hope that you also do the same next month. Check in, leave me a comment. Leave me a comment this month if you're going to start. Next month, let me know how you did. Okay, this is accountability for all of us, not just me. Okay, so that's where I struggle. I struggle with getting those boxes out of my closet and getting them in some kind of organized format and what needs to be put into an album. And so I'm going to ask you a question. Where do you struggle? Do you have any struggles with this, or are you one of those fortunate people who have everything organized, all your boxes are in order? And that's awesome too. We would love to hear from you in the comments as well, so that we have somebody that we can look up to and be a sense of encouragement for us. Okay, so that's it. That's all I have for today. If you like this content, please give it a thumbs up. And that's it for now. I hope that you get your photos organized. If you have any questions, please list them below, and take care. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.